Hello again in another episode of Gunfire TV. LCT is well-known producer, especially well-known for producing those Russian guns, Russian rifles, SMGs, and now first real marksman rifle mass-produced in history. Yes, I know before there were marksman and sniper rifles, but usually they just took the gun that was quite accurate and put scope on it. Now this was the first one engineered to be marksman or maybe rather DMR rifle. And of course the scope is not a part of the set. So let me take it off and show you this beautiful steel machine. Now, this is not the first time when Airsoft producer tries to make a replica of this famous rifle, and not the first that is also electric one. Is it the best on the market? Not sure, but just looking outside and holding it in my arms, it's very darn close. Everything black that you see, and actually silver here, so this light is silver, it's made of metal. And it's not just metal, it's steel, so magnet would stick everywhere here when the metal parts are outside. Now, the plywood, it's actually real plywood, it's very nicely made, almost too nice as for a replica of a Soviet firearm, and we all know that Soviets made very good rifles, but as for the surface and their crudeness, well, they were famous for that. So let's take a closer look how it looks inside. It's an electric gun, so where does the battery go? It goes under those covers. All you need to do is to push that lever, take this part, it's all very stiff and it's good, because it won't wobble. Like so, and now one piece gets off, and here is your battery access. Now you can without any problem put inside such a battery, or with only two of those, so like for example 7.4. But if you're owner of AK and have something like this, well, now it's problematic, it will not fit, but there is a solution. Let's get rid of this piece. Now what you can do is to take this part off, and now look at this. Such a battery, and even quite larger, will fit inside, and this part will not be seen by your enemies. So if you get rid of it, well, you don't lose so much. That's cool. And since we're here, let me show you how easy it is to take the replica apart. You will only need a few hex keys. So, alright, first let's start with removing the magazine. Now it's time to take the top cover off. This lever is used to attach the top cover. Now it's time to get out the charging handle. Let's take it off, and this is the only part that is made of aluminum that you can see it outside. Now this fire selector, I mean safety, of course it's semi only. Now the small lever, it's not that easy to take out of the gun. You need to get a right angle, and I am doing this for the first time, so be generous during your comments. When you loosen up two screws which are located under the rear side, you can take the whole outer barrel out. It's of course made of steel. To take out the inner barrel and hop up unit, you use the other side of the gun. You can see all those 700 millimeters of internal barrel. There is a small screw just under the magazine release, which you need to take out. And there is a pin which needs to be pushed. Yeah, after a while I've noticed that before I do that, I should take out, yeah, the whole steel sheet, which is both a magazine release and trigger guard.
Now we push the pin out, and now we need to unscrew the small screw which is attached to the motor. At last I am able to take out this lever. This was at the right angle.
And the gearbox gets out.
It's very tight inside and it's good. As you can see, the gearbox looks very similar to real sword gearbox or Cyma. That means that you've got inside 4 gears and long piston and long cylinder.
Don't you just hate freaking Mondays? I wanted to show you the accuracy using this copy of PSO1, but the crosshair on this one is so thin that my old eyes are not getting it at all, especially in this light conditions. So I took this out of our warehouse, this side mount that does not fit the LCT at all. This is Cyma, so don't buy them in the same box. So what I will use irons, and I will kill or try to kill 6 of those small teeny tiny enemies. I will of course aim at the head. Alrighty then, well, I didn't have a lot of time playing with it and I regret a lot because this is a mean machine. Now, it is a bit front heavy if there is no scope mounted on it, but you know, the barrel is quite long and it's made of steel, unlike many other replicas of rifles of that sort on the market. It's cool that you can remove a part of gas system to put a larger battery inside. It's cool that you can leave it inside to make it look real like a real firearm. I really like taking off the parts of this replica because you don't need as many tools or remove as many screws as in different replicas of that sort, like for example removing the selector, the safety, because it's semi-only or this lever here. So is it the best on the market right now? Well, if it's not, it's very close to being one. So thank you for this one, LCT. We were waiting a lot of time for this to be on the market, but there are still a lot of other firearms, rifles, machine guns that you could produce for us airsoft players. Which would you like to see on the market next? Write down in the comment below, hit the bell, hit the like button, subscribe, and see you again in another episode of Gunfire TV. I just want to say it's very long and hard to put into the camera using this table. Just